Ladies at Swim Aerobics sent me more stuff. Some silk scarves and dust bags, and oh my god, is this a Coach Trigger keychain? She's from the early 90s and literally falling apart at the seams. This looks beyond repair, but let's see what we can do for her. Tiny restoration requires tiny supplies. First up, a quick saddle soap scrub. I have no idea what this is, but let's see if the spot remover can get it out. Oh, that's much better. Then a little massage followed by a gentle brushing. I'm using a bit of healing balm for the cracks, and finally some Brasso to shine up her hardware. She's looking much better, but take a closer look and you can tell that she's still falling apart. I found some verdigris buildup between her layers and my intrusive thoughts won, and that's how we ended up here. I have many regrets about this, and you'll see why in a little bit. I cleaned up all the gunk from the last 30 years and then put her back together with some leather cement. Another reason I wanted to take her apart was because of this. The part that essentially holds the entire keychain together was cracking out. It's not that funny. Anyways, I used some leather filler for the cracks, and once dry, I buffed it all out and touched it up with a tiny bit of leather paint. Now let's sew her back together using the saddle stitch. Unfortunately, this is where it all starts to go downhill. I cannot believe I did this, but I forgot to add the keychain back in. Consider me triggered. So I took her apart again, and to be honest, I don't think she can handle any more stress. These edges barely held my first set of stitches, so instead I pivoted and traced around her curves to create a vector file. Then I printed that out to size and cut her out, a little paper test, and we're looking good. Now I just need some leather. I had no idea this was so close by, but the Tannery Row of the famous Horween Leather Company let me grab a few pieces from their scrap bin. Here are all the scrap pieces I grabbed that I thought were good options. Alright, back to work. I gotta answer for my crimes. I used the Cricut and the foil tip to emboss the Coach logo and then cut out the leather using the pattern I made earlier. Now I'm adding on the finishing touches. I ended up putting her together on my sewing machine because I just couldn't do any more saddle stitches after today. I burnished the edges and then gave her a new brass ring to match. As a reminder, here's what she looked like before, and here she is now with her new leather piece. I paired her with Miss Court to turn her into a shoulder bag, and honestly, I think I'll be reaching for her much more often now. Miss Trigger Keychain is highly collectible, and I can understand why. She's versatile and works with so many of my vintage Coach bags. New and unused typically goes for over $100 on eBay, but I actually found one for $40 in decent condition to match my other bag. This restoration obviously didn't go according to plan, but that's okay. What do you think?